Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII 100% completion. We're going to enter Bill's Choco Ranch here. We had to go buy a Mimic Green. And then we're going to head to Medeal. We got to get Cloud back. I'm just going to buy 10 of them. I'm going to buy 10 of all these. Screw it. Won't need them, but I'm just going to do it just because. I don't need the money really anyway. If I need money, I'll just sell an all materia. And then max out another one. Alright, let's head to Medeal. And we want to go to this island down here. This will be the Medeal area. Wherever there it is. We gotta get to some new... We can fight some new enemies around here, which is what we're gonna do now. Like this new enemy here, Spiral. You can steal an X potion from them. They drop high potions. They spin like that, they have more defense. At least I'm using all the characters this time around compared to... Oh! She got her level 3 limit break, I didn't even know. But at least I'm using all the characters this time around instead of... Like I did in my walkthrough back in 2017, I didn't really use all the characters. Walkthrough back in 2017 didn't have commentary either. This channel didn't have commentary until 2018. Alright, we have another enemy here. Headhunter. You can steal a tranquilizer from them, they drop ethers, and that's it. I don't want Yuffie to defeat the enemies because I've already got her level 3 limit breaks, so I want to have Sid and Tifa get all the kills. I also want to use a hyper on I do want to unlock her second level 3 limit break though, so I do need her in the front row. We got more enemies around here as well. Like this new enemy here, Hippogriff. This enemy drops echo screen. Totally not worth it. Ah, screw it, I'm just gonna use Comet. Gotta use magic when it starts flying. Unless you have a long range weapon. Or the long range materia. Or you won't hit it, you'll miss. Just some battles in the forest. Because we still have a couple more enemies to show. Like this new enemy here. Chrysales? They can drop ethers, and you can morph them into dream powders. And there's one more new enemy after this as well. I don't even have morph equipped on my characters. So I'll have to fight that enemy again and get that dream powder. Alright, the final new enemy around here can be encountered in the near the beach. And you're going to want to have a steel materia equipped because you can still dragon scales from it. Alright, I learned Tifa's level 3 limit breaks, Dolphin Blow. We'll go ahead and put Fury on her as well. Where are my hypers at? Alright, let's get to the battle. Alright, here's the enemy here. Sea Worm. $9,000 hit points. It's quite a lot. There, I got the dragon scales. Cool. I said finish it off. Okay, destruct materia mastered. And I can go and equip a morph materia because need that to get that item, the dream powder. So let's fight that enemy, that worm enemy again, and I'll get a dream powder. I think Dragon Scales is new too. Did I already have one of those? No, I did not. It does water damage on all opponents. Cool. I didn't mean to record all that, by the way. I didn't know I was recording. But yeah, we got the dream powder, as you can tell. Inflict sleep spell on all opponents. Alright, now we could use a tent, I guess. Well, I could just use the inn, I guess. Well, but yeah, probably better to use the inn in Medeal. We fought all the enemies around here. So we're good to enter Medeal. However you pronounce the area. We'll be going to there in Final Fantasy the third game. I'm interested to see what they do with all this stuff in the third game of the trilogy. The remake trilogy. Alright, so we want to go to every shop in this area and get there and go view their inventory. So, yeah, make sure to do this. We also want to talk to this lady in here. I don't have any. Oh, maybe I do. I received materia from the Chocobo. This was the contained materia. And it's got pretty powerful spells on there. Freeze, Break, Tornado, and Flare. All of which are really good spells. I'll give that to Sid. Alright, let's go to the next shop here. This is the weapon shop. Best weapons and armor, yeah. That's what every shop says. But we do have some crystal stuff here. Which is 6 materia slots. And then also crystal bangles as well. And you can also buy wizard bracelets here too. Which have 8 materia slots, so those are pretty good. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought these. I'm going to sell them now. I should only miss me Phoenix Downs. I won't even use them. Let me see if I have anything else I can sell. Don't like it. Nope, nothing I can really sell. I should be able to buy them all though. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll have enough because they're under 20,000. There we go. And we could buy a crystal one too. Perfect. We also want to talk to the chick here as well. No, not the Chocobo. Oh, fine. I guess I'll... There we go. And then we could do a side quest as well. Alright, the next side quest we're going to be doing is the old beat up key. You could do the side quest. You can start a side quest in Medeal at the weapon shop here. And go back here. Wonder if it's locked. Maybe we could find a key to open it. You have to do this side quest before Cloud rejoins the party. Alright, we need to walk to the accessory shop. Yeah, hear that? There we go. Beat up useless old key. You hear that creaking noise whenever you walk over that. And you just press X. Alright, and then we're going to go back to the door. And we can get the cursor ring if we tell the truth. Tell them the truth. Painted a door on it. And there you go, you get a cursed ring. So what it does is it puts death sentence on your character at the start of battle. But you get like increased attack and all that stuff. It's fairly good, but it's risky. You know, I've used it before and it was always pretty good. Usually I could win the battle within the 60 seconds. But you could tell, you could know it's kind of risky, you know. But the good news is you only have to equip it on one character, so only that character will have death sentence, so your other characters will be good. It pairs well with the revive materia. Because then when that character dies, you could just have one of your other characters revive with life 2. Then that character will be back to full health. So it's not too bad. It's a pretty good accessory, honestly. Yeah, it increases each status, but you get death sentence. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, the next few accessories that you can get are here in Medeal. One of them's part of a side quest. We'll get that one first. And it's a pretty good accessory too. So I want to go in this weapon shop here and examine the door. Even though we'll come to find out it's not really a door, but... Anyway, after we do that, we want to go to the accessory shop over this way. And then walk around over this way. And you'll hear a creak noise. And you'll get a beat up useless key. Return the key to the door, the so-called door. And she's going to try to use the beat up key here, but it's not going to work. Because it's not an actual door. It's actually painted, as we'll soon see. And you want to say, tell them the truth. Do not pick the other option or you won't get the item. You won't get the cursed ring. And there you go, you get the cursed ring. Which increases all your status, but it gives you death sentence at the start of battle. It's really good. But there's more accessories we can get here as well, so let's go get the other accessories here. Though I'm not going to buy them myself right now, but talk to this person here. And you can buy an amulet here for 10 grand. And then you can also buy a fairy ring if you don't already have one of those. The rest you should already have. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy the amulet now. The fairy ring I should have already had, but I think I had it equipped on the Eris or something. I lost it. I'm going to go ahead and buy it now. But yeah, the amulet's new. Luck plus 10. And that's it. All the accessories that you can get here in Medeal for now, anyway. Alright, we're now going to go on a lengthy quest, now that we've done everything here in Medeal for now. We're going to go and start the huge materia quest. We're going to give him the curse ring. I think it's worth equipping in my opinion. Oh, I got a ton of money now because I ended up selling that all materia. Like 1.4 mil now. Not that I'd need it, but I can always master another all materia. It's not that big of a deal. Worth selling at least one of them. They're about to see Cloud in a wheelchair. And you see him in a wheelchair in Rebirth as well. In the Vincent, not the Vincent, the Zack timeline. Though I'm not really sure what the whole Zack timeline even is. Like, why in the real game, like, you know, when you have your party members and everything, and you can battle and stuff, why are Cloud and them alive? But in Zack, you know, in Zack's timeline, you know, Eris is like, in a coma or whatever through part of the game. So is Cloud. You know, he's in it. He's in the wheelchair. He can't move or anything. I wonder what that's all about. But basically, in Rebirth, if you didn't play it, you're in control of the party, and then sometimes you're in control of Zack, and you see the party members like Cloud and Eris, but they're, you know, basically incapacitated. So I'm not really sure what that means. You actually fight with Zack in Rebirth towards the end. He teams up with Cloud. So, but yeah, we're about to see him in the wheelchair. Well, it is technically falling. Yeah, so he's in a wheelchair just like he is in Rebirth when Zack's around. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the life spring or uh life spring. Is that what it's called? He got exposed to high levels of Mako. He feels like he's gonna give him a BJ. Now she definitely looks like she. Oh god, that does not look right. Square Enix, what are you doing? This is a family show. Not really though. I never heard family and show in my videos in the same sentence. When I play Hearthstone, I talk about there's this card called Elise in Hearthstone, and every time she when you play her, she says, "I remember this place well." Well, I usually like make fun of that. Marco poisoning. Yeah, live stream. There we go. Alright, back to the high wind. Some news. Oh, we're gonna eavesdrop on a Shinra conversation. Alright, we gotta click the huge materia. Okay, Corel and Fort Condor. That's where the other two huge materia is. So that's our next quest, is to head to those areas. So he's gonna be the new leader. Wonder if he's gonna be the leader in the third game. I wonder if even Cloud's gonna be leaving the party in the third game as well. I'm sure he will. I'm sure there'll be a part where he leaves the party. We'll also get to fly around in the high wind in the next game too. Alright. Gotta get our party together. We can't put Tifa in the party though. Okay, Corel reactor first. Okay. Let's see. Do I have... I don't know if I have Bread 13 all of his limit breaks or not. No, I need one more Kate Sifs. Yeah, I have all his. So I'll bring in Kate Sif then. As for her, I got all of hers except for the third level 2. I need to mainly work on Sid. Give him a bunch of summon materia. Okay, I think we're all set and ready to go. We need to go back to Medeal first to get a elixir before we go to Corel. Yep, there it is. Alright. There it is. Time to enter North Corel and go after the huge materia here. Make sure to have steel on all your characters. I recommend you have steel on all your characters because you're going to have to steal an item on a train. And here's the thing about when you're on the train, there's a time limit. So you gotta be fast. Might be new things to buy here too. Hold on, let me check. Don't know if there is or not, but we can check. I guess not. Alright. We gotta go to the reactor on the mountain. I probably should have went the other way. I probably should enter from the other path. But I'll be right back. I'll meet you at the reactor. I've already went through this area, as you guys know, so I'll just meet you at the reactor. Alright, I'm here at the reactor. We're about to get to a fight here. Okay, we're gonna get a train here. And we're gonna have a time limit eventually. Our goal is to catch up with the other train, but we don't want to go too fast. Because our goal is not to ram into North Corel, you know. We don't want to do. We don't want to destroy their town. And we're gonna jump on their train now. I don't know how he makes that far of a jump, but okay. Anyway, we get to a battle on the first platform here. Get some gas duckers. You can't steal anything from these guys or morph them into anything. Just attack them. I'll be able to fight more in the next battle, so I'll sense them in the next battle. You can pause it and the time won't go down, by the way. I got 3,000 hit points. I wouldn't use summons in this because it takes a while for the animations to go through, so summons are out of the question with this. Next battle is against Wolfmeister, which doesn't have any items either. It's like a Iron Giant. Combat 2 works really well. Oh, you get 10,000 EXP and 100 AP, not bad. Alright, so now you want to make sure you have the steel materia, which I do on all my characters. I've already went over that. And we want to steal from this thing. Alright, the next accessory you can get is from the Eagle Gun when you're getting the huge materia in Corel, North Corel. You want to steal a warrior bangle from it. Which I already did. If you don't get it now, it's missable, so... I want to sense this enemy real quick. Weak against lightning. Well, we got it. And make sure it's still that warrior bangle because it is missable. Okay. Okay, the next materia you can get is the Ultima materia and North Corel for. Let's see if I stopped it in time. Yep, I did. Good. So we'll get the Ultima materia for free. If not, you gotta pay for it if you don't stop it in time. I basically pressed down and X. And then we head south from here, and then we'll be able to get the Ultima materia. Since we're able to stop the train, we want to buy it. Yeah, the Ultima materia is like one of the most powerful spells in the Final Fantasy series, even though in a lot of the games it's not really all that great. This game is pretty decent though. Not as good as Comet 2, but still decent. Yeah, that's how you get the Ultima materia. Alright, as for the warrior bangle, I meant to say it's an armor. I think I said accessory, but anyway, it has 4 materia slots and nothing, no growth on it though. 90 something defense is pretty good, but not really worth equipping, obviously. And then we also got the Almighty Ultima materia, which boosts your magic by 4. You don't even get it at the beginning, you gotta actually learn it. Yeah, very powerful materia. Alright, the next level 4 limit break you can get is here in North Corel after you complete the huge materia event and you obtain the Ultima materia. Up there was the inn. South of the inn you can go in this place and you can get Barrett's level 4 limit break. There you go, catastrophe. Learn limit skill catastrophe. That's his level 4 limit break for Barrett. You don't need Barrett in the party either to get it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final Fort Condor battle. This one's going to be mandatory. And this time we're not going to do anything. We're just going to let the enemy win. We're going to let the enemy get to our base. Highly recommend that you do this. Well, you pretty much have to do this if you want 100% completion. Alright, so I'm here in Fort Condor, and we're going to go ahead and do the final battle here. Okay, ready. Well, we're not going to be doing anything. That money's... We're going to pocket that money because we're just going to let the enemy come to us. In fact, I'm going to speed it up and I'm going to set the speed to fast. Let them do their thing. Because we're going to fight a boss, the Command Horn, or Commander Grandhorn, and we can get an Imperial Guard from it, which is a new armor. Alright, the next armor you can get is the Imperial Guard. You can get from this enemy here, Command Grandhorn, which is an optional boss fight. This is the boss you fight if you let the enemy reach the base in the Fort Condor minigame. There we go, got it. And it's guaranteed to drop the Imperial Guard. That's how you get the Imperial Guard armor. Yep, that's it. They won't attack anymore after this. That was the final battle. We did all every Fort Condor battle. So it's actually possible to get 2 Phoenix Materias, but we're only going to get the 1. It is possible to get 2 of them, though. Alright, the next materia you can get is the Phoenix Materia. When you come here to get the huge materia in Fort Condor, you go outside after saving this place from the Shinra and grab it right here. Phoenix Materia. One of the best summon materias in the game. Put Phoenix plus final attack on your characters, and when that character dies, that character will automatically be revived at full HP, as well as all your other allies too. Super powerful with final attack. And you can do it up to 5 times. But if you have Phoenix and final attack on multiple slots, you can do even more than 5. I'm pretty sure anyway. Alright, now we talk to this guy. There we go, get the huge materia. Now we can return to Medeal. Underwater reactor in Junon, okay. Yep. When you go see Cloud. Yep, back to Medeal. This is your last opportunity to talk to the Chocobo ladies in Medeal at each of the shops. Should also make sure to have one of everything in Medeal as well. Which I'm pretty sure I do have. Also make sure to save it here too. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the Chocobo ladies just to make sure. No, I didn't want to talk to it. I wanted to talk to the woman. Okay. Yeah, I was one down. I just want to make sure I did it, so that's why I'm talking to him again. Also want to make sure I have one of every weapon too. Yep, got one of everything there. Okay. One more shop left. Okay. Now we can advance the storyline. They've got a pretty powerful boss coming up ahead, so be prepared. You also want to have steel in all your characters too. We can just remove the Ultima for now. Doesn't really matter. Yep, got steel in everybody. Okay. There's a Grandma boss coming up. It's you also want to have Uh, elemental materia plus like a non-elemental. Okay, I guess you don't need what I just said. There's no way to do that, I don't think. My guides tell me you can like you can protect against non-elemental attacks. I don't think you can do that. Like I said, to chain like elemental with like a non-elemental, but it doesn't work. There's no like non-elemental materia that you can equip. So I'm not sure what it means by that. But it's fine, we'll be okay. As long as you have the steel material, we'll be good. Uh-oh. They're coming. Cloud speaking. We gotta fight ultimate weapon up ahead. But it's not the ultimate weapon. I like how it's called ultimate weapon. That would imply that it gets the best weapon, right? But it's not. Not even close. Alright, so we got another missable item alert. You get a second curse ring by stealing from the ultimate weapon here. So go ahead and steal. And do not end the battle until you steal the curse ring. Got it. First try. Uh-oh. Okay, I didn't do much. I thought I was going to do a lot more. Alright, once you do enough damage to it, it'll fly away. But you gotta make sure to get the curse ring before you do that. Or you'll miss the second one. That's how you get a second curse ring. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't want the roof to collapse on you. Uh-oh. I've fallen into the live stream. It is gonna be creepy in the third game. In the remake trilogy, when you when they fall into the live stream, if it happens in that game, it's gonna be creepy. Imagine if this happened like, you know, I mean, it does kind of happen in dreams, right? You're very contained in a dream, you know. You don't really control. Well, you can control it in somewhat, but not really. Um, but just imagine like pitch black in a contained space where you don't even know where you're at. It'd be like it'd be like the movie Gravity, where you know in the movie Gravity where the one of the people gets you know launched out to space. That's about how it would feel like. I can't imagine anything more creepier than this. Crazy shit happens in the live stream. Basically, visions of her past. We start by talking to these. Let me make sure don't got to talk to them in a particular order. Okay, the one to the north first. Okay. It's crazy how important the town of Nibelheim is to the Final Fantasy VII lore. They've literally made a city that feels super important, you know? And then they throw it all away in the later one of the later Final Fantasies in Final Fantasy 13 where there's not any cities at all, you know? There's like maybe like one you go to, right? But you make a town feel so important to the lore of the game. And that's very rare in a lot of Final Fantasy games. You just go to a town, you know, you explore it, then you leave, right? But Nibelheim feels different, you know. There's a whole lot of story that happens in Nibelheim. So I really like that a lot. Towns and games just don't feel important anymore, you know? They're just a place you visit to buy new weapons and maybe advance a storyline or get a little bit of dialogue. You know, they're not really that important. But Nibelheim's one of those towns that did feel important. Probably one of the most iconic towns in Final Fantasy history, if you really think about it, besides maybe Cornelia in Final Fantasy 1. That place is pretty iconic as well because it's the first town you ever go to in the Final Fantasy games. And it's a pretty awesome area too. Wonder why Tifa gave up her cowboy hat when when she gets older. Wonder why. There's Zack. Saw him temporarily there. I'm guessing that's Zack anyway. Alright, let's go over here. This is the water tower scene. And in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Tifa actually goes to the life stream. She falls into the life stream, and she's got to get back. Kind of like this with Cloud. We're trying to get Cloud back, right? In this game, but in Rebirth, it was getting Tifa back. It was a bit different in Rebirth, but I'm assuming in Part 3, both of them will fall in. And you'll get something like this, you know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. They did change a lot of stuff. I'm not going to spoil too much about Rebirth because I know it's a newer game. I don't want to spoil anything, of course. But I did manage to beat it. And I can't wait for part 3, you know? Hopefully I even make it to part 3, though, you know? You're not guaranteed. I'm not guaranteed to make it there, you know? I'm 36 years old right now. Not getting any younger, you know? It takes forever for new games to come out, so... It's like, I always wonder if I'll make it like Final Fantasy 17 and stuff and all that stuff. You never know. The older you get, the more likely you are to die. Unfortunately. And a lot more younger people are dying nowadays too, so that's really bad. It's not right. It's not fair either. It's not right and it's not fair. I think everybody should be able to live until they're over 60. And then after they get to 60, then they, you know, can either live longer or, you know, die around that time, you know. That's fair, in my opinion. I think that's a pretty long life, and you get a lot of fulfillment with that. But there's people who die in their like their 20s, and hell, there's people like under 10 who die. You know, it's or kids under 10 who die. You know, that shit makes me sad. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter when you die if you really think about it. As long as, you know, as long as heaven and hell exist, it doesn't really matter. You know, hopefully we go to heaven, you know, but you never really know, right? But yeah, as long as heaven exists, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm praying for anyway. Sure, we can all relate to that. We've all had a friend we've known for a long time, you know. We never forget that friend. Literally everybody who's ever lived has that experience. I think it's almost impossible to get through life without having a single friend. I don't know of anybody who doesn't have a friend, you know. Maybe once you get older, you know, you lose all your friends, but that's normal, you know. I'm talking about like when you're younger or whatever. You pretty much always have a friend. Sounds like Cloud's the outcast, which is basically me in a nutshell. I was very much an outcast in school and everything. Don't think we know much about Tifa's mom. We know her dad dies, gets killed by Sephiroth, but we don't really hear much about her mom. Though that's pretty obvious because in a lot of games you don't really hear about the character's parents. You know, like a lot of the JRPG protagonists, they don't really have both of their parents. They usually only see one of them. You know, like Chrono Cross, you see Chrono's mom at the beginning of the game, but you don't see his dad. You know, in this game you see Tifa's dad, but you don't see her mom. It's kind of weird. What the hell are these two? They save Cloud and Tifa, but who are they? Coma for 7 days. Wow. Guess that's not that long. There's people who are in coma for years, you know? Somehow I don't know how she survives this. Getting cut by Sephiroth plus falling down this flight of stairs. It's crazy that she survived. Here we have a Zack again. Yep. It even mentions Zack here. So weird. Still don't understand Zack. I need to play Crisis Core. I think it's a must-play game. I think I have to get it on PS5 whenever I get my PS5's at my cousin's house right now. He's got to bring it down to me. He lives up in Tallahassee, and I had him take it up there to get it repaired. He has it at his house, fully repaired. I need to get it back and play Crisis Core. That's like impossible to do, right? Right? You get stabbed with a sword through your heart or whatever, through your chest. You survive it, and then you were able to throw the person who stabbed you off the edge. It's like impossible. This took forever, this whole segment. Takes way too long. But Claude's about to be back. At this point, we have a bunch of side quests we can do now. I'll probably start breeding chocobos. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah, the gang's all back together again. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to go with the crystal sword because it does have a lot more attack. Imperial Guard has 6 slots. Good defense. Alright, let's see. Who do we want? Sid. I think Yuffie, I think. Glad it's finally back though. It's been a while. Yep, we gotta go to the underwater reactor. Okay, cool. We'll probably do side quests first. We also need to remove the materia from Kate Sif. There's a way to remove materia from the other characters without having to add them to the party. It's kind of annoying. But there was a way to do that. I guess not. Oh, I gotta remove Tifa's materia as well. Forgot she was in the party too. Oh, I already did. Didn't know I removed hers. I guess I did. I think I'm gonna go with the enhanced sword. I think 8 slots are the way to go. Alright, this is my guide to getting the gold Chocobo without racing in Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to get this guide done as quickly as possible, and I'm going to be providing steps on how to do this. So you can check the description for the steps. But we're going to start with step number 1, and that is to buy all the stables in the Bill's Choco Ranch here. Let's go talk to Bill. And buy every single stable. You can do this technically when you get Tifa. When Cloud goes away for a while and you have Tifa, you could do this then, but I waited until I got Cloud back. Yep, so you can buy up to 6 stables. Okay. Alright, I'm about to buy the 6th stable now. I already bought 5 of them. You have to hit take care of my chocobos. And you gotta do this 6 times. And you hit rent it. And there you go. I should have all of them now. Next up we need to buy 70. So for step 2 we need to buy 70 cracker greens and one of the nuts. Pretty cheap there. I'll just buy more just because. And then we need at least one of these nuts here, but I have 10 of them, so that's plenty. I'm just going to buy more of everything, though. It doesn't really matter, though. Just buy one of the Sahara nuts or whatever. Sahara nuts, whatever it's called. And then 70 cracker greens. And then for step 3, we're going to have to fight a particular enemy near Bone Village. And make sure to have the steel materia equipped. Land here, get to a random encounter. Yep, and here's the enemy you want to fight here. And go ahead and steal from it. There we go, got the carb nut on the first try. Then defeat the enemy. You need 2 carb nuts, by the way. I've already got one already. So I got the second one there. Alright, now it's time for step number 4. Go to the continent to the east. Very tiny, well, a tiny area to the east. And there'll be a forest you want to enter, and you can fight a goblin here. You can steal a nut from them. Zio nut or whatever it's called. It is recommended that you give steel to all your characters, but I got it on the first try there. That was nice. And then once you steal it, you can take it out. They can also potentially drop one of the nuts as well. So that's the third one of them I got. I think you only need one or two of them. Alright, so that was step number 4. Alright, it's now time for step 5. For step 5, we need to go capture a Chocobo. We need to go to the icicle area. And there's a spot of land where we can... there's a spot of green where we can land. Right over here. And then we're going to have to run all the way over this way. Actually, no, we can land here, yeah. And then go north. Right over here to the tracks. And make sure to equip the Chocobo lure. There you go. And we're looking for a Chocobo with one of the hair enemies. Called the jumping. It's called the jumping. Nope. I didn't even get a Chocobo in this battle. Okay, this is not the right battle. Run away. They can't have any wolves in the battle. Just a jumping enemy. It could either be one jumping enemy or two. It doesn't matter. But it cannot have any other enemies in it. Alright, it took a while, but I managed to encounter one with just the rabbit. Go ahead and throw a green at it. Does not matter which green you throw. Make sure to target the rabbit, don't target the Chocobo. There we go, we called a Chocobo. And now we just send that back to the stables. Which is step number... Well, I'll consider this still step number 5. So let's go back to the Highwind and get off the Chocobo. And that's going to ask you now for the Chocobo. Send it back to the stables is what you want to select. Alright, now on step number 6, we need to capture one more Chocobo. And that's in the Medial area. Let's go over to that continent. And as you can tell here, there's some Chocobo tracks. And by the way, I think it might help if you have a master Chocobo lure, because I couldn't find a battle. I tried the regular Chocobo lure that wasn't mastered, and I couldn't get the battle against one of the jumpings. And then I equipped the master one, and I got it the first try. So maybe the master helps. I'm not sure. It certainly helped me. But anyway, we're going to get to a battle here. This is step number 6. Okay, and step 6 is now complete. Because we got the battle with a Chocobo and 2 spiral enemies. This is what we wanted. Throw a green at the Chocobo. And then kill off the other enemies. Don't attack the Chocobo though. Oh! Dude, seriously? Why did he attack the Chocobo? I didn't ask him to attack the Chocobo. Oh, do that again then. I did not tell him to attack the Chocobo. I don't know what the hell. He automatically attacked for some reason. I don't know why. And this time I didn't get a spiral, so I gotta do it again. Unbelievable. You guys saw it. I didn't target the Chocobo. Okay, here we go again. Alright, this time I got it. I can't believe Sid attacked the Chocobo. I didn't tell him to either. And there we go, we got the second Chocobo. Now we need to send it back to the stables as well. So get off the Chocobo. It's going to ask you, now for the Chocobo, send it back to the stables. Alright, now we need to go back to Bill's Choco Ranch. And do not do anything to like trigger RNG or anything like that. So just to get back to the ranch, and you want to park as close to the ranch as possible and save your game. Well, you don't have to park as close, but you need to save as close as you can. I think you might need a hard reset too, I think. And you want to save to a separate slot too. Save to an empty slot. The reason you want to get so close is because so you don't get to a battle, which will change the RNG if you get to a battle. So you don't want that to happen, so you save as close to, as you can to Bill's Choco Ranch, so you don't accidentally get to a battle. But now it's time for step number 7. Alright, I did a hard reset, and I'm loading up my save now. Oops. Hit X instead of circle. Load up the save and then go into Bill's Choco Ranch. Hopefully no random encounters happen. Because I might mess up things. It might not mess up things. It might mess up things. But you don't want to. You definitely don't want to do anything to trigger RNG, like use a potion or something, you know, or just anything to trigger RNG. You don't want to really do it. Alright, so wonderful Chocobo, yep. And then we have the Great Chocobo. Let's move the Great Chocobo first. Oops, I was supposed to hit X. Hopefully that didn't mess up anything, I doubt it. But you should have a wonderful and great if you followed my steps. I'm hitting X and it's not doing anything. Maybe it already went in there? No. Let me change my settings. I think something wrong with the settings. I think I have to set my... Nope. I'll do that and see if that fixes it. Maybe it will. Might be glitched. Yep, it's glitched. Put it in. Yep, and it should be a female. We'll call it Great F, I guess, whatever. Or I'm just gonna say GF. There we go. Great female, basically. And then we want to move the other one in as well. And we're going to call it WM. Because it's a wonderful male. So W space M. But you can title it whatever you want, just whatever is easier for you. And then, so the male's up at the top for me, and then the female's on the bottom. Now what I want to do is go save again. Okay. As close as I could there. Not that it shouldn't really matter, even if you're a little bit of ways away, as long as you don't get to a random battle, you could be good. You should be good. But why getting into battle is bad is because if you get hit and numbers pop up on the screen, your RNG just got screwed over, you know? It could mess up things. So that's why you save as close as you can to avoid seeing other numbers, you know? As long as you don't see numbers, your RNG will not be affected. Alright, but we need to reload now. Again, this is step number, what, 8 now? Yeah, step 8. Alright, so we're going to load up the save here. And we're going to immediately enter Bill's Choco Ranch. And we're going to start breeding now for the first time. Using a carb nut. Or we need to feed a crocker green first. So this is step number 8. Feed a crocker green. Feed 1 crocker green. Or Caracca green, whatever. I'm just going to feed it to the female one. And it should say intelligence plus. Okay, now we need to breed them. So select mating chocobos now. This is step number 9. And we need to select the great one first. And you want to choose a carb nut. Make sure to pick the right nut. Don't pick one of the other ones because you'll screw yourself over. Make sure to pick the carb nut. And look what we got here, a blue chocobo. By the way, I've done this guide back in the day as well. On my other channel, Razor XP Yugioh. So this is my second time. Well, technically this is my third time doing this guide. I'll just call it blue. I don't remember what gender it said it was. I think it said female, right? It doesn't really matter though. Okay, so we got our blue. Alright, at this point you want to encounter you want to go outside and fight 6 random encounters. Not any more than 6, exactly 6. It does not matter what you do in the battle, you just got to defeat all the enemies. So just get to fight 6 random encounters. Obviously I'm not going to show me fighting 6 encounters, but fight 6 of them. Alright, after you fight 6 random encounters, save your game again. As close to Bill's Choco Ranch as you can. Doesn't really matter though, as long as you can get in there without getting into a battle, you're good. Alright, now we want to reload up our save and enter Bill's Choco Ranch again. This time we need to feed 50 Caracca greens to the Chocobo. We're going to feed 50 to the blue one. Select the Caracca green. Select the blue one. And feed exactly 50. You have to go up one at a time. There we go, exactly 50. Press confirm. And then you want to hit yeah. Alright, now you want to select mating again. Female. Male. And you want to choose a carb nut again. And this time you'll have a green Chocobo. So I'll just call it GM. Alright, now for step number 11, we're going to have to fight 8 random encounters this time instead of 6. So 8 instead of 6. So I'll be right back after I fought 8 random encounters. Don't fight any more than 8. Alright, after fighting 8 random encounters, save your game again. And of course you're going to have to reload. I stayed pretty close to Bill's Choco Ranch, as you can tell. Alright, after fighting the 8 random encounters and saving your game and reloading, we can enter Bill's Choco Ranch again. This time feed 5 cracker greens. I'm gonna feed it to the green Chocobo, but I don't think it really matters. Select the Karaka green. Select the green one, or whichever one you want. Don't think it matters. And only 5 this time. I want to breed the green and the blue and the green. Blue female. With the male. And then you want to use a Saraha nut. And this will get you a black Chocobo. This one I'll do B, black F. Okay. Alright, back outside for more random encounters. This time 3. But maybe 7. If 3 doesn't work, then do 7. Alright, after fighting 3, save your game. I ran out of save files, so I'll have to save to like this one here. Then of course reload. Hard reset, reload. Alrighty, let's go ahead and load up a save. For maybe the last time. We'll see. If I might have to fight more random encounters, but if 3 is enough, then we should be good. This time I need to feed 6 cracker greens. I'll just feed them to the black chocobo. By the way, I followed Fuzzfinger's guide for this. I could have followed my own guide, but his video is a lot better than my old video was, so yeah, 6 to the black. Alright, so we're going to be breeding the black chocobo with the wonderful one. So select the black one. And then the wonderful male over at the beginning. You want to use this nut here. And there you go, you have yourself a gold chocobo, ladies and gentlemen. Super easy. Only takes like 30 minutes. If you do the other method, it takes forever. I'm gonna call it gold. 24 karat gold. And then we want to ride it. And you have yourselves a gold chocobo, people. You can go anywhere. You can go on mountains. See? You can go in the water, including the deep water. See? Kind of unrealistic, but okay. My problem is you can't save it on the chocobo, so I recommend you save outside before riding it, and then taking it to wherever you need to get. Go ahead and go to all the materia caves and get all the materia and stuff, and then you'll be good. But this has been my guide on how to get the gold chocobo in Final Fantasy VII. Check out my other guides for Final Fantasy VII, and I also did a walkthrough back in the day of the original Final Fantasy VII, and I'm doing a walkthrough again in 2025. So you can check those videos out if you want. And then I've also played Final Fantasy VII Remake on the channel and Rebirth on the channel as well. And I plan to play the third game in the trilogy whenever it releases. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. It helps the channel out a lot. Later. This is where to find all the materia caves in Final Fantasy VII. The first one we're going to be going to is here in Wutai. Or in the Wutai area. Or I guess it's like north of Medeal, actually. Yeah, it's on the Medeal continent. Let's enter here. But there is one in near Wutai. This one you get the Quadra Magic. All these materia that we're going to be getting is super powerful. Especially the final one we get. Well, let's go near Wutai now. Is it north of Wutai? No, it's not. Okay, I know where it's at. So here's Wutai right here, right? Come over this way. Right there it is. This one you get the mine materia, which is really good. Very good when in conjunction with Knights of the Round, which I'll be getting last. Basically, what mine materia does is it copies the last action of whatever the last party member used. So if the last party member used Knights of the Round, mine will cast Knights of the Round. Next we need to go towards Mount Corel. And we'll be able to get the HP MP swap materia, which is the least good one of them. Like, it's not very good at all. It is right over here. And then the final one we get is super good. Knights of the Round. This is HP MP swap, which basically swaps your HP and MP. So your HP becomes your MP and your MP becomes your HP. Really bad. Alright, the last one's pretty difficult to find because it's not marked on the map. But there is a cave to the northeast part of the world map. That's where we're headed. And the only way to get to this is with the gold Chocobo. So if you don't have a gold Chocobo, you can't get it. The airship cannot land. The Highwind cannot land where this is at. So they force you to get a gold Chocobo, which is not the easiest thing to get. I did a guide on how to get one. It doesn't take that long to get. It only takes 30 minutes, but if you don't know what you're doing, it could take forever, you know. But if you follow a guide, it's easy to get, but hard to get if you don't follow a guide. Well, almost impossible to get if you don't follow a guide. Actually, but anyway, here's where we get the Knights of the Round. Which is the ultimate summon materia in the game. Though it does cost a lot of MP. But it's definitely worth the amount of MP it costs. It is the most powerful attack in the game. The only thing that really rivals it is one of the attacks that Barret has, one of his limit breaks, I think hits more times. And I think Cloud's Omni Slash does about around the same amount. I think Knights of the Round does more than Omni Slash, but you also have to factor in animation times as well. And it takes forever to cast Knights of the Round. So that's the drawback of Knights of the Round, is it has a long animation time. But it's super powerful. Anyway, this has been how to find the materia caves in Final Fantasy VII. Thanks for watching. Later. Alright people, I guess at this point we should go do the what is it, we should go to the Gold Saucer and do, by the way, don't enter that desert because you don't want to accidentally target or get a battle against Ruby weapon. I think it might be there now, I'm not sure. We want to enter from Corel. Yeah, we're gonna go to the gold saucer, do the battle square. Oh, and don't forget where you park your Chocobo, by the way, as well. And you want to equip a ribbon on Cloud for this. And I recommend you have counterattack on him and way to heal himself as well. So just give him a restore materia. Preferably one that's maxed out. Probably a good idea. Alright, let's go to Gold Saucer. Boom, 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 boom. Mm. And yes, I will be abusing save states to get through the battle square because it's annoying. I'm not gonna get screwed over by that RNG garbage. Plus, I'll be able to beat it anyway, even if I didn't. You know, even if I didn't do it. I've done it before. When I played back in 2017, I did it 100% legit. I'm too old to deal with the shit nowadays, though. It's time to participate in the battle square. Always pick Cloud. You definitely want a ribbon equip for this. You want Cloud in the back row of long range equipped. Counterattack as well. Way to heal himself. Higher the level he is, the better. Alright, 1/2 MP, that's fine. I don't really care about that. There we go. 2 hits, kill that enemy. Alright, another half MP. Doesn't work on me. I got ribbon equipped. If you don't have ribbon, you're in trouble in this. Ribbon is a must. Another half MP. I basically have no MP left. Not that I really need it. Part of me feels like I should save my limit break, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I have Fury on anyway. Or Hyper on, I guess. What if this actually works? Hopefully it does. If not, I just wasted my limit break. Nice, it does work. I guess half MP or half HP. It's gonna be a bit rough. Not really like that one. Kinda wish I had a stronger weapon. I guess I do have counterattack, so alright, half HP again. Shouldn't matter really. But my defense is pretty low because I have a wizard bracelet equipped. So I do take a lot of damage. Alright, another half MP. Oh shit. One hit and I'm dead. Probably anyway. Yeah, move that way. Move far away from me, please. Thanks. Maybe I can kill him in time. I don't know. Probably not, though. Yep. Don't see how I beat the Tonberry, like, ever. Alright, gonna do the battle arena here. I equipped the warrior Bengal on Cloud, and I have the crystal sword on him too. He has like 70 attack. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't screwed over by the reels. Got counterattack on him. I'm immune to status elements because I have a ribbon. Also have HP plus on him as well. And MP plus too. So if we get our HP halved or MP halved, it won't be as bad. Alright, got HP halved. I'm up down to 4,400 HP now instead of about 8,800. And 1/2 speed shouldn't matter. If I get my limit break, I want to save it for the final battle. So I'll probably do Death Below if I get my limit break. No handicap, cool. I don't, oh shit, I don't have a... I guess I'll do Magic Breath then. I thought I had Death Blow equipped, but I guess I don't have it. Oh, that they absorb it. Great. Lovely. They got all their HP back because of me. They're weak to fire, so I'll just do Beta. Or I think Beta's non-elemental, but... Or maybe it's fire, I don't know. Either way it damages them, that's all that matters. Oh, yeah, it is fire damage, okay. But I definitely want to save my limit break for the final battle. There, 1/2 MP. I'll go ahead and heal myself here. A good Beta. That doesn't work on me because I have a ribbon equipped. Down 10 levels. That shouldn't matter, really. Shouldn't matter. It will reduce my damage quite a bit, but... Alright, down another 10 levels. Okay, against the Tonberry, hopefully we can kill it in time. That was a lot of damage, but it's getting closer to me. It moves to the right, then it'll move back to the center, and then it'll go forward and kill me. My goal is to kill it before it does it. I wonder how much damage Magic Breath does to it. A lot more than my physical attack. I can do Death Force though, right? And I'll be immune to it? Is it considered an instant death attack? If it is, then I'll be immune to it. Hopefully I could just kill the damn thing though. Yeah, it's not using it because I'm immune to it, I think. How much HP does this damn thing have? Too much is the answer. Oh, I'm assuming Death Force wears off though. Yeah, it didn't work. I found the answer to beating him. I didn't actually know that worked or not, but it does. Got it. What, we have more battles? Okay, minimum's fine. It doesn't do anything, right? I don't really know what to do against this thing. I'm assuming it's weak to lightning. Nope. I didn't even hit him. I should focus on keeping myself healed, I guess. Just beat it with a limit break, I guess. Might as well get region going. I forgot how OP region is in Final Fantasy 7 and 9. As the animations are going, you're getting healed. That's stupidly overpowered. Should honestly be banned. I guess I'll just physically attack it, I guess. It's even more better in Final Fantasy 9, I believe. I know in Final Fantasy 9 you can actually open your, the PlayStation lid. And, you get fully healed and then you close it again. I remember people doing that. We won. Beat the battle square, but we have to beat it multiple times. $3,400 points. Preemptive, I need that. Need the enemy lure materia too. That's 1250. 1650 for this. 24,000 for this. 40,000. 70,000 something, and then you need 230,000 points altogether. That's kind of insane. Though some of these items you might be able to get other ways. Like I could have sworn you get a championship belt by another way. But I'll get the preemptive. And the enemy lure materia. Alright, the next materia you can get is here in the battle square. You get a total of 64,000 points, which takes a super long time to get. You'll just have to go through the battle square over and over again until you get it. You gotta do it about 7 times. If you get max amount of points, which is 10,000, you gotta do it 7 times. So, and then each of these are like Omni Slash. You gotta do 4 times. Championship belt you gotta do twice. But yeah, that'll be something's gonna cost you 7 attempts with max points. So there you go. Got the W summon materia. And there's also other materia too, like the enemy lure materia. And the preemptive materia as well. And then the final materia you can get here is the speed plus materia as well. Alright, the next level 4 limit break you can get is here in the battle square for 32,000 points. Omni Slash. You want to select the next page, and it'll show up here for 32,000 points. You can get it anytime, but you can also get it early on in the game, but it's a bit harder. You can get it on disc 1, but it'll be hard to do that. It is possible though. But yeah, go ahead and pick up the Omni Slash. Cloud's level 4 limit break. And it'll actually show up in your inventory. Obviously. Right there it is. And as for the item Stardust, it does Comet 2 on all opponents. So that's not too bad. But yeah, I bought everything here in the battle square. I literally have everything. And I want to equip something else besides the warrior bangle now. Speed plus, that's not too bad. Ooh, and counter up. I don't know if I really want to equip that one. I mean, I kind of have to, right? If I want to master it. Speaking of something I don't want to equip. Okay, we're all set and ready to go here. We're done here in the battle square for now. Alright, the final weapon, or another weapon we're going to be getting for Sid is in the speed square. We gotta do the mini game again, unfortunately. Though I do know a trick that you can do to get the 5,000 points. There's like a particular blimp you can hit, and you can easily get 5,000 points if you hit the blimp. I want to go save it though. Let me save it real quick. You can skip everything and only shoot the blimp and you'll get it. You'll get the 5,000 points. Yeah. Alright, let's get that 25,000 points. Let me make multiple states here, so I guess I screw something up. And then... Okay. Alright, so I'm going to speed it up until we get to the part where I need to shoot it. We're not going to get any points until we get to the balloons. Or just past the balloons. So we're going to speed through all this. Okay. Save state. Now, I missed. See that blimp though that you saw? That's what we're going to be targeting. Let me get all these things out of my way so I can actually see the damn thing. Missed it. You can actually make a save state closer. Or maybe it doesn't work in this version of the game. Because I'm pretty sure I hit the propeller. But if you hit that propeller... you apparently get the points, but it's not working for me. I definitely hit it. Yeah, I'm not getting it. It might not work in this version of the game. Unless I'm targeting the wrong spot. It could be that I'm targeting the wrong spot. Hold on, let me check back. No, I definitely hit it. It must not work in this version of the game. So I'm definitely hitting it. See, I hit it there. It doesn't appear to work for me. And what I could do is slow down the emulation and maybe hit it. Maybe make it easier for me. Okay, I got it slowed down. Let's see. No, no. Yeah, see, it's not working for me. Yeah, see, I hit the damn propeller. But it's just not giving me the points. Nope. So I'm gonna have to do this legitly. Well, legit is a vague term. By legit, I mean slowing it down and doing it. Yeah, I got the 5,000 before I could do it again. It's not a big deal, but when you slow it down, it's not bad. It's not hard. It's not hard to do for obvious reasons. But I do want to see if like I can hit that propeller again. This is just not working for me. But yeah, I'll just do this again and then do it in slow motion and I'll be able to do it. I'll be right back when I get the 5,000 points though. I've done it before, I'll do it again. Alright, the next weapon you can get is the flare for Sid. It's the second most powerful weapon in the game. 6 materia slots, normal weapon, 100 attack power, so that's pretty good. You have to get 5,000 points in the speed square, which there's ways to cheese it, but it's pretty difficult to get. But yeah, that's how you get it, the flare. Alright, the next 2 materia you can get is from the prize lady in the Wonder Square. You want to buy these 2 question mark ones at the bottom in the late game after you. It's either after you get the high wind or after Cloud rejoins your party. But go ahead and buy this one first for 1,000. You get a Gil Plus, which is definitely the better one of the 2. And then the second one, you're going to buy these once, by the way. is EXP plus. And there you go. The EXP plus materia. And then the other one's Gil plus, which earn more Gil at their battles. Though they're not really all that great, to be honest, but this is how to get all the materia, so I gotta show how to get every materia, so. But anyway, I think we did enough in this episode, so I'm gonna end the video here. In the next episode, we'll either advance the storyline or do more side quests, so thanks for watching. Later.